Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Steve with Amy's Turnkey Travel, and today we got an exciting video. We're gonna dive into all the exciting upgrades on Royal Caribbean's recently amplified Allure of the Seas. So whether you're planning a future cruise or you're just excited to find out what's been done to Allure of the Seas, you're in the right place. Let's jump into all the information you need to know right now. So Allure of the Seas originally launched in 2010 as part of Royal Caribbean's groundbreaking Oasis class ships, the class of ships that brought to you the 7 distinct neighborhoods, all these crazy thrills and excitement, being the world's largest ships at sea for quite a while. And now, 15 years later, Royal Caribbean has decided to up the game by re-amplifying this ship finally. A lot of these upgrades are massively overdue. Royal Caribbean initially planned to amplify the ship back in 2020 until the pandemic hit and it got pushed back. But it's finally happened. It went out in March for this amplification, and I gotta tell you, it appears that the wait was worth it. Okay, so let's start with my favorite category, the food on board. Foodies, you're gonna love this because not only have they amplified some of the public spaces where you can eat at, but they've also added other options to eat at. So the list now also includes places like Portside BBQ, slow roasted pork with a view, classic sides, really can't beat some good barbecue at sea. There's also Giovanni's Italian and Wine Bar, your typical rustic Italian food, as well as hand-tossed pizzas. I mean, I'm salivating already. Something that I've seen has become a popular fan favorite is El Loco Fresh, the fast-serve Mexican place on board with a salsa bar that is self-serve. You can just go up and get any type of salsa you want from this bar, as much as you want. Chips and salsa are calling my name right now. There's also Sugar Beach for the children, or maybe for the adults. Ice cream, bulk candy, all sorts of sweet treats, and of course they've kept places like Playmakers, Hooked, Chops, Azumi's. I mean, 150 Central Park, probably my favorite restaurant on board the Oasis class ships. Just tons of food options. You really can't go wrong on board this ship dining anymore. So whether it's a casual lunch or a fancy dinner, Allure of the Seas has you covered. And now that you're full, you're probably thinking, what is there to do? So let's talk about the activities. Allure continues to bring the thrills and the heat with upgraded activities and thrills on board. Allure obviously has the Ultimate Abyss, a 10-story slide that drops you down, one of the tallest at sea. Allure also has the Perfect Storm, a trio of adrenaline-pumping water slides to keep the thrills at maximum levels. And let's not forget, they have laser tag down in Studio B, which doubles as an ice skating rink. They have the Apollo 18 themed space escape room, and they also have the ever popular Flow Rider. I mean, if you can't find something to do during the day, I'm not sure what you're doing. And at night, they have tons of options too. Obviously, Broadway performances, Aqua Theater shows back to the 80s, as well as the music hall with live performances and many, many other live music venues going on around the ship. And if you're a gambler, the casino has also been amplified with a brand new layout, more tables, and more slot machines. So this should be good news and something exciting for you. If you're one of those guests that likes to sail in suites, Royal Caribbean introduced the suite neighborhood on Wonder of the Seas, and it has now been added to Allure of the Seas. So what is the suite neighborhood? It's basically a ship within a ship, very similar to the Yacht Club or the Haven on their competitors' lines. It gets its own areas, its own private lounges, its own private restaurants, so it gives you a really high-end experience. So if that's something you enjoy on other ships, you can now get that on Allure as well. If you're not a suite guest, there's no need to worry. They've amplified all the staterooms, new decor, new bedding, new everything, so it should be much nicer for everybody across the board. And for the kiddos, they've actually redone all of the areas. Adventure Ocean is now broken down into different zones by age, very similar to the other ships that have already been amplified. I think this is great. It was a much needed change for this. So the kids actually have different areas, a teen area with video games for the older kids. Toddlers have a bigger play area. The kids in the middle range kind of have their own area. There's a movie theater. I mean, it's great. There's also Social 180 for the teens and the older teens where they have their own private deck, places to play music. I mean, it's really, really cool. And of course, Splashaway Bay has been re-amplified and made even better than it was before on the pool deck for the kiddos. But the upgrades weren't just about thrills. They also invested heavily into tech to make your experience better on board. Royal Caribbean has completely upgraded the VOOM internet access on board, making it more stable and faster than it was before. So if you're not that person that wants to disconnect from the world and you need to stay active or potentially work from the ship, this is great news for you as it's going to be more stable and faster. Like many of their other ships now on Allure, you can also use the Royal Caribbean app to book shows, to book dining, plan your cruise, and to check in. Speaking of check-in, the check-in process at the pier is even faster now, with this ship now boasting facial recognition to help you get on and off the ship even faster. Royal Caribbean also focused on some sustainability upgrades like LED lighting and more sustainable tech throughout the ship. So if you're looking for your next cruise and considering this one, you can now sail on it out of Port Canaveral doing 7-day Eastern or Western Caribbean itineraries. And now is a fantastic time to try out Allure if you haven't, or if maybe it's been a while since you've been on Allure of the Seas. So from thrills to tech, new neighborhoods, new dining options, and new kids areas, we've covered everything you need to know about all the upgrades on Allure of the Seas. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe as it really helps the channel, or consider using the QR code here to have Amy book the perfect cruise on the perfect itinerary for you, maybe even on Allure of the Seas. And as always, consider watching some more of our great cruising content right here as it really helps the channel, and we will see you guys on the next one.